Rutgers began season 4 at number 23 in the nation on the road against Boston College. Hornsworth trying to lead the offense down the field, but he ends up throwing a pick instead. The second coming of Brock Purdy hits Markel Tipton for a touchdown. Sadness. After a Knights field goal, Purdy gets another touchdown pass to extend the Boston College Eagles' lead. Not much time in the half when Hornsworth hits T. Clizzle Pimpizzle II in the end zone to answer. And Rutgers gets the ball back right before half, and the handoff to Cody James takes him up the middle, cutting to the outside and all the way down the sideline before he's finally brought down around the 1-yard line. Hornsworth would get the ball back to James on the reception to finish the drive. In the second half, it's James from short yardage for a 10-point lead, and in the fourth quarter, with Rutgers up 17, Brock Purdy tries to squeeze one past Hoodie Manny, but it's picked off instead. Good old Rocky Toppin at quarterback found Teddy Snaggs for a tubby afterwards. Cody James with 178 total yards and 3 touchdowns as RU wins. Rutgers up to number 21 in the rankings with the home opener against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Hornsworth gets a short pass to Pimpizzle, which makes it 4th down, but we get a little cocky, and on 4th, Monopoly Man Jones is stopped short, leading to Minnesota going on a touchdown drive, capped by Darian Williams. Rutgers took until 1:49 to go in the first half to finally find pay dirt with Cody James. Newth answered for Minnesota, threading the needle to Chibuzo Davis to take the lead back for the Gophers. And then in the third, check out Jackson Burrell just refusing to go down on the screenplay and getting to the end zone for a 2-score Gopher lead. Minnesota would drive for another 2-score lead, but it was Sir Panda coming up with a big interception on Newth in the end zone to give the Scarlet Knights a chance. Hornsworth found Teddy Snaggs inside the 5 before Cody James took a run across the plane to tie the ball game. But Minnie got the lead back on a direct snap to the back Williams. Later, it's 28-24, and a huge third down is converted by the Golden Gophers, which handed them a dub. Buffalo visiting our Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and that should be easy, right? Only up 6-3 in the first half, Hornsworth finds Pimpizzle for a 9-yard touchdown to take a 13-6 halftime lead. Out of the half, it's Hornsworth over the top to Pimpizzle inside the 10-yard line. And on 2nd and goal, Pimpizzle is wide open to extend the lead. Up 20-9, Cody James finds the end zone on this carry for another tubby of his, but Buffalo would not go away as David King throws a dime to Jamari Gassett to bring it back to 2 scores. But doesn't matter, watch out for Teddy Snaggs with a wild run after the catch. And then it was Rashad Rochelle from Hornsworth for his 4th touchdown pass to win the game 41-13. Rutgers on the road at Oklahoma State, and the opening kickoff taken by Keelan Witherspoon, bobbing, weaving all the way through traffic until no one is home, and he would score for a 7-0 lead right out of the gate. Hornsworth then yeets one to Monopoly Man Jones for a Rutgers quick strike to tie the game.
Beautiful.
Michael Hudson then dots the defense up to find Keelan Witherspoon in the end zone, who's just having a day. And the Cowboys were pinned when Jabomi lurks Hudson over the middle to give Rutgers a short field. That short field, Cody James would take advantage of to hit pay dirt from 7 yards out. Kendall Jackson then takes a handoff 11 yards with a nasty stiff arm, and this one looked like a shootout. But it was Hudson to Obi Basquine from 11 yards out to get the game's first 2-score lead. Not much time in the half, Hornsworth would find Teddy Snaggs to bring the game back within 7, but the ensuing kickoff for Keelan Witherspoon was once again housed all the way, making it a really tough first half for the Scarlet Knights. Hornsworth in the fourth quarter, down 10 points, was intercepted by Quandre Smith to lose the game 45-35. Purdue was ranked number 25 coming into Piscataway, and we found out why early as Tress Goldsby was shaken and bacon all over the Rutgers defense en route to the game's first touchdown. No! Hornsworth on a 3rd and long was under pressure when Thomas Wyndham picked him off. God! That's okay because Purdue apparently has a Purdue kicker. So Hornsworth got another chance and he found Drip Draga 20 yards out to tie the game all up late in the half. It's T. Clizzle Pimp Izzle III on a jet sweep for 6 more points late in the half. Brandon Stidham took a handoff for Purdue to tie the game up. And then with another possession, it's intercepted in the end zone to leave the game tied into halftime.
Hell yeah.
Cody James from short yardage gave Rutgers the lead coming out of the half as he broke Ray Rice's career rushing touchdown record in the process. 3rd and 5 for Purdue, and Brady Allen finds Zion Steptoe with this dime piece as the Boilermakers just weren't going away. 4th quarter, Purdue up 3 points, so Cody James gets another short touchdown run. Late game, looking to close it out is Teddy Snaggs with a wonderful catch and run, and then it's reliable Cody James to finish off a 2-score lead. Brady Allen started chucking it late, and Jimmy Two Blunts was there to come up with a clinching interception. Number 17, Michigan rolled into town looking to win big, but early on, it's Hornsworth rolling out to find Professor Grabass for the early tutty. Michigan quarterback Patrick Kerfis fakes out the defense by doing absolutely nothing special as he's in for an easy score. But luckily, Hornsworth finds Grabass again inside the 10, making it really easy for Cody James to finish the drive off with 7 points. Then it's Hornsworth rolling out again, finding Monopoly Man Jones in the end zone, taking a 2-score lead. Why not add more points as Hornsworth gets it to Drip Draga for a 4-yard strike to go up 28-7. It took until the 4th for another score, but it's guess who? Cody James. Michigan started trying late as Quintarius Epps runs in for a 24-yard touchdown run. Then Alex Orji finds Tyler Morris in the end zone to make it look like a closer game than it actually was, as Cody James dominated, and Rutgers wins the game 35-21 in upset fashion. Rutgers then made it back into the rankings at number 22, but they had to go to Happy Valley to take on number 4 Penn State, and the first strike came from Bo Prabula to Willie Fisterbump.
A what?
That was followed up by Hornsworth on the rollout to T. Clizzle Pimp Izzle III to tie it up, and later, Rutgers led the game when Prabula threatened, but he was picked off by Dixie Normus. But the momentum was lost when Snaggs couldn't beat out Ratliff Willie for the ball, and he picked it off. Penn State took advantage of that with this pass from Prabula to Marcus Smith for 6. And in the 3rd quarter, Hornsworth screening to Cody James and 23 yards of open grass in front of him got the Knights' lead back. Later, Mike Higgins caught a nice pass up the middle, leading to a Teddy Snaggs easy touchdown. With Rutgers up 10 points, Prabula found Terrence Webb in the back of the end zone, but Cody James would do it again to cap off a drive with 6. Marquez Smith said, "Not so fast," burning our defense for 73 yards with nothing but that grass to smoke in front of him. But on the ensuing Scarlet Knights possession, Samuel Brown V, the fullback, runs one in, and Rutgers wins the game 38-28 with a big upset over number 4. Rutgers then found themselves at number 17 in the rankings at the shoe. Early on, it's Hornsworth to Monopoly Man Jones to grab the easy lead, and then on 3rd and 23, Professor Grabass is more wide open than a hooker's legs, and Rutgers was dominating the game till the second half, where this wild flip from Carson LeDuc to Enoch Vidal ended up going for a huge touchdown play. That made Rutgers nervous, and it showed in Hornsworth as he picked off by Rasheed Patterson III. And Patterson III took it all the way to the house for a house call. Suddenly, it was just a 3-point game. Hornsworth found Mike Higgins, who did a ton of work after the catch, for 53 yards to get inside the 5-yard line. And on 4th and goal, it was Cody James converting it easily. Carson LeDuc found Anthony Costin, though, and that brought the game back to within a field goal. But Cody James wasn't having that crap, as he found pay dirt yet again, and Rutgers goes on to win it 44-24 with their second straight win over a top 5 team. With Rutgers heating up with 2 huge wins in a row, number 15 now hosts Indiana, and it's Teddy Snaggs going for a 35-yard catch and run to begin the scoring. Trey Pierce of Indiana scrambles and had tons of room to score with nearly no resistance from the defense. Tie game. Hornsworth was then looking for Monopoly Man Jones, but instead he found Dunham of Indiana. And Pierce, looking to convert after the turnover, found Ryan Miller before giving himself Max Wood with the handoff. In the second half, Monopoly Man Jones had an important catch and run inside the 10 to set up the homie Cody James for an easy score and a lead. Cameron Perry of Indiana was stiff-arming and breaking multiple tackles all the way to the end zone to give the Hoosiers a brand new lead on a wild run. But that was answered by, you guessed it, Cody James. Tied at 24, James actually failed on a 3rd and short, but on 4th and 1, he picked it up and then some, which would lead to a late 2-yard touchdown run with only 7 seconds left in the game, as he ended the day with 161 yards and 3 tubbies in the dub. Rutgers on the road against Northwestern as Hornsworth stops and then pops to Drip Draga for a pretty first touchdown. Jack Lausch is another scrambling quarterback to give the Scarlet Knights trouble as he ties it on this run. Hornsworth, looking to get even, finds T. Clizzle Pimpizzle III for big yardage before finally hitting Teddy Snaggs with a dime for the touchdown. Later, it's another Hornsworth dime to tight end Mike Higgins to lead it 27-7. Lausch then found Darius Folks to take it into the end zone and give the Cats hope. But Hornsworth to Professor Grabass took some of that hope away, and this huge Dark Specta sack on 4th and 10 got the football back for Cody James to keep pouring on the scores, as he loves to do. 6 passing touchdowns for Hornsworth in the win over Northwestern. Maryland comes in to face the number 12 now Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and Pepe Limoncello takes a punt return to the right and down the sideline with some wild and questionable blocks going on, but nobody gonna get him for the 75-yard touchdown. Saray for the Terps, throwing to the end zone, but he is picked off in the end zone. Later on, he had another chance to the end zone and intercepted again. That took all of the air out of Maryland because Hornsworth then gets Cody James on the screen, and the ever-dangerous James goes all the way to the house for a 14-0 Rutger lead. If it's working, don't fix it, as James takes another screen for 26 yards this time to set up this Hornsworth to Pimpizzle throw for a touchdown. Late first half, it's Cody James rolling over the defense for an 11-yard touchdown run, and then later in the fourth quarter, it's the Terps trying, but it's Dixon Mayaz cutting off the throw and taking that thing all the way back to the house. No chance for the Maryland Terrapins as Cody James goes for 138 rushing, 107 receiving, and a 70-0 shutout win. Final game of the regular season, Rutgers looking to get into the top 10. Hornsworth to T. Clizzle Pimpizzle for 23 yards as he sneaks into the end zone. Michigan State wasn't going away quick in this one with a Jermaine Simpson short yardage score. Cody James from 10 yards out is a slippery sucker, slipping into the end zone for 6. CJ Forte says, I can do that too, albeit with a bit more physicality, as MSU keeps the game tight. Good old Rocky Top finds Professor Grabass in the end zone for the lead right back, but in the second half, it was CJ Forte again finding a way to get through a ton of pancaked bodies. Good old Rocky Top was on fire as he then found Monopoly Man Jones for a wide open tutty. MSU quarterback Lewis Jones is under fire as Tim Stokes gets there to make it a 4th and 24. And then again, brought down in the end zone for a safety by Stokes, as Rutgers wins it 33-21 to go 10-2 on the regular season. Number 10 Rutgers playing in the Big Ten Championship against Wisconsin, and Miles Burkett finds Durant Salamone for a short touchdown as he was getting destroyed. That gets him a school record for career passing touchdowns, passing Darrell Bevel, NFL coordinator. Hornsworth then handed it off to revamp Pimp Nasty before I apparently lost the rest of this game's recording, but as you can see, it's a 42-25 win in the Big Ten title game, with Teddy Snaggs catching for 111 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Rutgers has won the Big Ten for the first time ever. Finally, the unfortunate news is that Cody James lost the Heisman this year to Quintarius Epps, Boo! I'm not entirely sure how 1,461 rush yards and 19 TDs, with 304 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, somehow beats these numbers: 1,766 yards rushing with 22 touchdowns and 334 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Seems rigged to me. Texas A&M upset Georgia in the college football playoff semis 31-21, and NIU took out UCF 28-21. Texas A&M ends up winning the national championship over undefeated NIU 27-10. Number 8 Rutgers made it to the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl against number 7 Oklahoma, and Hornsworth hits revamped Pimp Nasty on a 3rd and goal for a touchdown as he passes Gavin Wimsatt's season touchdown number. Jay Clay hits Nicholas Anderson up the seam for the tying Oklahoma tutty, and then this nasty punt out of the end zone is returned well by Alex Bruton, leading to Jay Clay finding Jack Dixon for the Sooners lead. Good old Rocky Top on the screen to Cody James. Just let him eat all the way for 6 more points. Later on, it's Cody James from short yardage to bring the Knights back, but the ensuing kickoff would be a problem for the Scarlet Knights as Jaden Rowe found too much space and he housed the kickoff to tie the game. That happened way too much this season to our kicking team. Good old Rocky Top came right back though with this strike to Teddy Snaggs, and then after a defensive stop by Rutgers, Rocky Top escaped some pressure, took it for a 21-yard scramble down the right side out of bounds before handing the ball off to Cody James to let him do the rest for the touchdown. Jay Clay was moving the Sooners, but he didn't count on Dixon Myaz to pick him off and race towards the end zone to end up sealing the deal for Rutgers with a pick 6. Jay Clay will forever have Myaz in his nightmares now. Myaz and Cody James, who had 152 total yards and 3 total TDs, to lead Rutgers to the 42-21 Fiesta Bowl win and a wonderful season. Cody James now holds the career rushing yards record with 5,190, passing Ray Rice's 49-26. Cody James also is the career rushing TD leader with 66 over Ray Rice's 49. Christoph Hornsworth II beats Gavin Wimsatt's 36 touchdowns in a season by just 1 with 37. Teddy Snaggs holds the career record for receiving touchdowns in a career with 35, passing Leonte Carew's 29. Cody James won the Walter Camp, Pepe Limoncello won the Bednarik, Dark Specta won the Nagurski, Cody James won the Walker, Amir Stinnett won the Outland Award, Dark Specta won the Lombardi, and Pepe Limoncello won the Thorpe Award. First team All-Americans: Cody James, Amir Stinnett, Dark Specta, Tim Stokes, Daryl Javomi, Pepe Limoncello, Jimmy Two Blunts, and Thomas Amankwa. The only second team All-Americans were Sir Panda and Teddy Snaggs. Alejandro Klink III has this program on its way up. What's next? Well, Amir Stinnett is a first-round pick, while we also lose Monopoly Man Jones, Teddy Snaggs, Rashad Rochelle, Thomas Amankwa, Daryl Jabomi, Mike Higgins, Sir Panda, and Big Bubba Cush, among others. And to make matters worse, right guard Ben Oliver and right end Keegan Zerby are crying about playing time, and the babies are transferring out, with no transfers coming in to make up for it. Thankfully, it's a full and solid recruitment class, with all 25 scholarships doled out, ranked 2nd in the nation. That should help build upon what we were able to do this season with some solid defenders and offensive linemen committing. Also got quite a few guys on the defensive line, a solid running back and a couple of decent wide receivers. Next season, Rutgers will open on the road against the defending national champions, followed by hosting Notre Dame. This is a really tough schedule. Predict Rutgers' record in season number 5 in the comments section below. Is it natty time?